Hello friends, today we are going to do another woodworking project. It is about closet door panels. So here, this is my closet in my office room, but it has only one panel. It was a mirror previously, somehow with an accident got broken. So today I'm going to replace it with the wooden door panels. In the Home Depot, you will not be able to find the same bypass door panels as we see here as the mirror panels. So we have to prepare some framings and the door panels in order to do that. So let's start. So as the first step, we have to measure the existing width of this panel, the closet opening. It is about 70 inches and the height is the standard door height. Usually it is 8 inches. Let me confirm. Yeah, it's 80 and like quarter inch. And then let's see what was the width of the existing panels. It's 36. So it was there like 36 two panels, and width is totally 70 and height is 80. Now let's go to the next step. This is the door panels I bought from the Home Depot. It is 36 inches wide. You can see 36 inches wide, and it is 8 inches high up. But we cannot fit this in out of the box because you can remember it was 8 inches was the opening height we had. So if we just try to put this one, we will get stuck. So we have to make sure we have enough space in order to roll the door. So let's find out what is the exact length or the height we need. Okay, this is the same thing that I am going to do for my other closet. So this is freely moving around. So I'm trying to find out what is the exact height we need here. So when I'm measuring it, I can see it is 79 inches. So the required height of our door panel is 79 inches. What we have is 8 inches. So let's see how we are going to make it 79 inches. Okay, if you closely see around the door we bought, you can see this is exactly 1 inch or less than that. So it is exactly 1 inch or little like 8 10 of an inch. So if we are to remove 1 inch from this 8 inches height door, if we just use one side, we will be in trouble because we are trying to remove 1 inch. So then we will go into this hollow space. So we need to avoid that. In that case, what I am trying to do is here is removing half inches from each side. For that, I measured half inch from the edge of the door, and you can see the marks I did. And then in the same way, after marking it, I use my pencil and mark the line. Next is we have to cut out these half inch out of this door from both of the sides. So after marking those half inches, I use another wood piece in order to make sure we are marking the correct half line, and then exactly marking the line. You can see it is almost there, everything, so I can easily use the pencil to mark out. Okay, now we are ready to cut. So after marking this line, our next step is to cut through that line. So I am going to use the circular saw for cutting that out. So in the circular saw, we can see we have to adjust the teeth just like a little more than our exact height. So you can see it is like half an inch I have adjusted here. It can be less than that, but I'll keep this height as it is. Then we can definitely, if you are an expert, run through this line, but I am using this guider. So you can see it is exactly 5 inches from here to this corner. So I'm going to place this 5 inches from this line to this side. Then I can use that guideline in order to cut through easily. So in order to make that line, so I said we have 5 inches as the width of the circular saw. So with the buffer of half an inch, so the total length we have to mark is 5.5. So I have made those marks 5.5 and 5.5 here. So I'm going to clamp my guider. You can see I have clamped it from the other side of the guider, and it is exactly 5.5 from this line. So we are good with our line now. So I have 2 clamps from the guider, and then I have clamped the door into the saw horse, so it is not moving around. Now we are going to cut it out. So safety is the first thing we have to consider. So please use eye protection and gloves when you are doing these kind of cuttings. So I have my circular saw here. I'm using an extension cord. So my gliders are ready. So I just need to go through it. So let's do it. Okay, we are done with the first part. Okay, you can see when we cut through this one, it's better to be sand it out. So I am using the 180 and sand it, so we will not have any rough parts in the door. Then eventually we are going to paint it with the white color. So let's smooth it in the edges, and then we can paint it. You don't need to do much because it is not visible, but make sure there are no any sharp edges that you or the kids of your family will get a cut. So let's go the other end as well. Finally, I prefer to stay safe. So working in a clean, non-slippery environment is one of the tasks that I always do. So let me clean up by vacuuming these dust parts before moving into the next step. Okay, now you can see it's clean. Now we can mark the second door, the 1/2 inch and the 5.5 inch, and then go through the cutting process. I'm going to do it now. Okay, now we have cut our doors. Our next step is to clean the surface, everything, remove all the dust and paint it. So I'm going to apply this paint. This is for the wood, for exterior and interior. So I'm going to apply this paint on my door and let it to dry. So my friends, I have done the painting of one door. So I did just paint one side because I don't need to paint the side which is going inside of the closet. So in the same way, I'm in the process of painting the second door. So it needs some time to dry, so it will take about a day. I'm going to keep it about a day to dry out before putting it inside. Okay, we are done with the painting and it's fully dried off. Now we have the two doors I have painted, and I have removed the previous mirror door. So now we need to install the top part. So let me do that. I'm going to use this 72-inch opening sliding door hardware set, which I got from the Home Depot. It is an Everbuilt one. So let me open it. Okay, now we have opened that packet, and these are the items that you will find, and this is the instruction set. We have the hangers, floor glide plate, sliding door track, and the screws and the couples and everything here. So we will need these screwdrivers, drill, and in case the saw and the tape. So let's start. My opening was smaller than this glider, so I had to cut it into the fit to the opening. My opening was 69.5, so I am cutting it to the 69.25 length in order to make it fit. Okay, so we have cut out thing. Now it is perfectly fitting. Now I have to screw it to the panel. So let's go to the guide again. So you can see my door's width is more than 1 inch. So when it is more than 1 inch, we have to go to the step. So when the door's width is 1238 for the installation of panel with 7 by 16 in offset number 1 hangers first. So when the door thickness is this one, and the gap I should have is this A, like 7/8 inch from the door frame. So I'm going to fix it after marking. My friends, when drilling these holes, make sure you wear the eye protection, because when you are drilling these things, there can be dust particles come out into our eyes. So we have to make sure we are not getting injured with those. So my friends, I had to do a small adjustment here. Previously we read it as 2.5 inches, but if we put it 2.5 inches, it will go beyond this particular point, and here you can see it is hollow. So in order to have a good grip, I have adjusted like 1/2 inch from the edge. So we will attach our screws to this rigid part instead of hollow part, so it can hang the door well. So I just wanted to keep you posted because we cut 1/2 inch from the top. This is a hollow part, so it is not going to be good. So that's why I adjusted this screw to the right in other side as well. Okay, so our next step is to put the doors into the guide. So you can see in the number 7, when the door is like more than one inch thick, so number 1 hanger goes to the back. So this is my number 1. I'm going to put it to the back side. In order to do that, we have to tilt it like 15 degrees angle. Let me show you how to do that. Okay. Cool. That is that. Next goes the number 2. Okay, seems we have to adjust the height a little bit. I put the height to the maximum location. Let me put this guy and this guy here. Cool. Okay friends, so now we have done the panels. Now we need to make sure this particular metal rail is not visible. So for that, I'm going to fix this board to the upper part of the opening, and we can get this from the length what we need from the Home Depot. So basically it is being sold by length feet. So for the whole board it takes like, this is 6 feet length board, it took like $16 with tax in California. So for that I have measured it like 2.5 inches from the opening, and then marked 2 points, and then I am trying to drill 2 guiding holes and then fix it into the wall. So in that way it will be looking perfect. Okay, now I have done the pilot hole drilling part, so I'm going to attach with the pilot hole to the wall. So let me finish the middle one first. Is done. Then on this side, can make sure with the leveler it is good shape. Then what we need to do is, with some putty, we are going to cover these holes so it's not looking ugly. When it dries up, it will turn into white. Then we can just do the final painting. So that is it.